Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
Hey, greetings everyone. This is the podcast Caught in Two Minds, episode 68. You could find us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts. And you can also go wherever you go to get your favorite podcasts to find us. We're all over the place, or just Google us. But hey, it'd be really cool if you gave us a rate or a review. It's been cool getting the DMs and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm Fitty at Gooner Rush, and co-hosting with me is E, and he is at E Marsho, EMARSHO. How you doing, E?
I'm doing good. We've come full circle, and the team is winning again. Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
It's a good day to be a Gooner, I guess. That's how I feel, at least. So we've been adding a little something new recently. I've been doing a little short video, posting up basically my post-match reaction. To get it right on the spot, right after the game, no thinking, just what was my reaction to what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting a couple people writing, giving me a DM, asking me where I was. And I'll just tell you, I'm in my backyard. That's my backyard in beautiful Oakland, California. Oak trees all over. That's what you saw in the background. So anyway, they're kind of fun, and I feel like it's a pure reaction to what just went down. So anyway,
I like them.
Nice, nice. And hey, man, we might even. I'm not even saying that we're gonna, but we might sneak Eric, E in on one of these, or maybe he even does his own sometime.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah. Well, we'll see.
They're fun. They're fun.
Like the passion,
Yeah.
That's good.
And another thing before we get on to the game is we'll bid farewell to some longtime Arsenal players and some guys that have made some important contributions in the past.
Yes.
Giroud, Theo, Koch, to name a few, all exiting the club.
Which one kind of hurts you the most? Right quick.
I'm going to be truthful and say that I'm not actually a hater of Theo as much as I used to. I've probably recently said in the last few years, but I kind of always been behind Giroud from the start, and I didn't like how he got a bad rap early on. A lot of Arsenal fans were riding him hard, but okay. I thought that was undeserving. I thought he's been a damn good gunner, and I'll miss him.
I would go with Giroud too. Like you said, he just slowly but surely he grew on me. Started out as kind of a big pussy, but eventually learned to toughen up. Started throwing his weight around, scoring great clutch goals for us. So yeah, out of those three, I would say Giroud, Koch a close second, and good riddance to Theo. But anyway, some of the additions, what would you think of some of those?
Oh man, I gotta admit, everybody has probably thought, I don't know what to expect out of Mkhitaryan.
Hold on, we didn't even say Alexis.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Oh wow. Yeah, and this guy named Alexis Sanchez left the team.
Yeah.
I think he went to did he go to Watford or no? Oh, Man United. Yeah, right, he went to Man United.
But anyway, yeah, that's a sore subject still with me. It's very weird. I did come to really like Alexis. I liked his attitude, but he wanted more. Like, he thinks he's going to be able to get it from Man United. As far as money, he will. But, good riddance to him too. All right.
Yep. I mean, the fact is that there's a time to move on. And it's kind of been like my theme for the last few weeks is, you know what? It's an attitude that needs to be adjusted and changed on this squad. And whether players were good or not, or contributors, if it means that the new guys we're bringing in are going to change the attitude of the squad, then it's a plus for me.
Right. And yes. I was going to say, if we were segueing into the game, that's kind of what you're seeing as far as teamwork.
I agree.
The way we're all kind of working together on defense and offense.
Yeah.
Like, anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, actually, I think it's like a multi-segue because we're going to go right into the game, but what we'll also be talking about is these new players that have come to the squad. So Arsenal at home, wasted no time, went on the board immediately. Ramsey, Johnny on the spot, always there, always ready to give it a go, and buried a beautiful assist from Mkhitaryan. Yeah. Mkhitaryan's low cross into him was perfect. Cross on the ground, basically.
Perfect.
Was perfect and just set it up on a plate. So smashed it home. Aaron Ramsey, I don't know exactly. I think it was like 12th minute or 11th, something very early.
Yeah, we credit to Wenger. He did have the team ready to go, especially, I mean, that first half, the whole team played, great. It was shocking after the Swansea game.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth about it, especially with so many different players starting,
Sure.
But that's a credit to Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang's chemistry because, it looked like everybody had been playing together for a long time, and that really wasn't the case. So,
no. Yeah. And I mean, the chemistry seemed really good. But, what we had was a handful, you made the comment during the game a couple times, and I have to agree. Like, Mkhitaryan looks like a right-footed Mesut Ozil almost.
As far as the amount of chances he creates,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
Like legitimate chances. I mean, that's what he looked like to me. And he got 3 assists.
And he had 3 assists. One of my favorite things on one of his assists, I think it was his last one. Is the way, he pushed hard to get by the defender, something that we wish Bellerin would try to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. But he pushed to get by the defender with a nice touch. And then he looked up. He put his head up. He saw Ramsey where he was, and he gave him a hard, low one that Ramsey could score on that all day long. That's a Ramsey kind of a pass. He loves those. He could just, redirect it. And that's exactly what he did.
Tremendous game by Ramsey as far as his runs into the box, being aggressive, but like not in a obnoxious kind of way, like needing to do fancy stuff. Like a lot of his little flicks and tricks, they paid off because he was doing them at the right time. He wasn't just doing it. Great. You remember Fat Frank Lampard? I'm sure you do.
Yes.
But he kind of, he scored a lot of goals from midfield. I'm not saying Ramsey's on that level yet, but if, anyway, Ramsey looked tremendous.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, you know what? That's the first time I've ever heard that even brought up. But, there aren't a lot of midfielders, especially where Ramsey is tending to be played now, which is farther back on the pitch, is where he starts.
Right.
Where he's going to end up as far as when he gets involved with the offense is right up on the front line, sometimes even forward of everybody. But I continue in an offensive way. I can't argue with everything he does. Like, he continues to just slide into wonderful areas that are wide open, that make it real easy for somebody to pick a pass.
Yeah.
And you have to keep feeding him the ball when he does that.
Yeah.
You know?
He's kind of like how, how Ozil can find those little pockets of space in the midfield.
Yeah.
Ramsey can find those little pockets of space in the final third in the box. You know what I mean? Just with a perfectly timed run, or like even those long runs where it seems like he's running for a while and he still eventually gets into the box. So yeah, he looks like he could be a leader. You know what I mean? Like that guy. Like, he's got tremendous confidence.
Yeah.
So I just hope he just stays in his good form and he does become that leader, because I've always kind of liked Ramsey.
I mean, here's the deal that I know is like the elephant in the room with Ramsey is we all remember 4 years ago now, I don't know what it was, 4, maybe 5 years ago, that he had that tremendous season. Right. On a team that was struggling for goals. He was scoring a ton of goals as a midfielder.
He was our best player that year.
He was our best player by far, and I think maybe that was the first year that we got rid of
I don't know,
Van Persie. So the elephant in the room is I really hope, everybody has to be hoping, like, is he retaining that form?
Yeah. If
he is, he's a tremendous addition. That now brings a question. Well, you know what? Let's go on with the new guys real quick. So we talked about Mkhitaryan, how great he played. He seemed to really fit in. Aubameyang, for a guy that just joined the team, 3 days ago, seemed to kind of fit in pretty well.
Clinical.
Yes.
Speed, the shot, the run, the chemistry between him and Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
And when him and Ozil get on that page too, as far as breakaway speed, we haven't really seen that since Henry. Yeah. So, I'm extremely – he's kind of lucky because he was offsides when he scored. Mm-hmm. He got away with it. Mm-hmm. Just kind of one of those guys. I'm happy. I know he's a little older than I like him to come in, but he's hungry. He wanted to play for us.
Yeah.
Tremendous performance.
Yeah.
For your first game.
An argument that defends Wenger is, the fact that he put so much concentration into his youth and developing his youth. I know that's a rough topic for some of us. But, right. I think, when I say maybe develop his youth, he's, whatever his academy does from, age 14 to age 18, mm-hmm. Seems to really develop young kids. From that point on, when he gets a hold of, I'm not sure exactly what's going to end up happening to some of them.
Right.
But anyway, if you're going with the theory that he develops young talent, then you know what? It leaves you open to take guys like an Aubameyang at age 29. Is that what it is? Something like that, maybe. At age 29 or 30, because theory being in a couple years, you probably have some young talent that you feel like is going to be ready to step in, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, it does leave you a little bit open to not always be so dedicated to you could only sign guys that are in their prime.
No, I got you. That makes total sense. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just mentioned, he's a little, but he's still got tremendous speed, and he looks to be a hell of a player. So I'm excited about him. Mkhitaryan. I would like to mention Mesut Ozil. He's been really playing excellent football. Have you noticed him doing tackles and just seems like he's really dedicated? But hats off to him. Extended his contract.
Yes.
In a time when we're losing a lot of top players, looking like idiots, he chose to stay with us. Now, what does that say about his ambition? Who knows? But I'm happy I get to be able to watch this guy play for a few more years. So credit to him and the way he's been playing.
I love everything you said there. And, whether we're just fanboys, not just we, but all the Arsenal fans with on the shoulders of a 5-1 victory, it is really, of everything else, the best news probably of this transfer window is that Mesut Ozil re-signed with us. It's just enough to say to other players, even considering Arsenal, that if he re-signed, then, maybe there is something positive going on at the club that I can believe in.
Yes. Completely agree. There's a glimmer of hope still there.
Yeah. So in kind of a magical way, him re-signing Mesut, Aubameyang being convinced to sign. Mkhitaryan thing is a different deal because of the transfer and Alexis, and it made the money work and all. But Aubameyang choosing to say, yes, I'll go play for Arsenal is a positive thing to the other players in Europe next window coming up.
Right.
Which we all hope is defensive-minded signings.
Yes.
Because the team has an attack. I'm willing to say our attack is as potent as most teams in the league now. We can attack with anybody.
Definitely.
We have to defend.
Yes. Mustafi is he's a shaky bastard. Koscielny's shaky. Monreal every now and then, if he has to go against a young, quick black dude, he gets a little rattled. So, you know what I mean? So I was really that was the one knock against this window is we didn't, everybody laughs at Johnny Evans because he used to play for Man United, but he's a solid, serious defender. He's a no-nonsense guy. He knows the Premiership. And with the games that are coming, Europa League is going to, we still got a chance at fourth, but if, we have to really go out and try to win the Europa League.
Yeah.
So those games are going to mean something, and we're going to need, we're not going to need Purr out there fucking around or Chambers. It'd be nice to have somebody like Johnny Evans, or if you've given Mustafi a break and played Johnny Evans midweek in a game we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just thought, that would have been a nice little addition to the team. We didn't do that. And like you said, hopefully next window, it's clearly what we need to work on now. We need a better class of defenders.
Yeah.
And I think, we'll be right there challenging for the title.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a real challenge. It's going to be a real challenge to Wenger because I'm telling you, his personality is you've seen it. Xhaka plays every game. Every game.
Yeah.
But you know what? He has to be replaced. I'm not saying Xhaka can't be on the squad and play Champions League and domestic cups and fill in the Premier League at times. Yeah. But we need somebody bigger,
more dynamic,
stronger, more physically capable of playing that position. Xhaka has talents, but not the kind of talents that a attacking minded team needs. We need somebody that we can count on back there.
Definitely.
So anyway,
let me
one more person I'd like you to pontificate about, my friend, because you were the one who kind of brought him up during the game.
Yeah, I did. And probably a month or two ago I said I'm done with Iwobi. Fuck him. I don't care how old he is. Anyway, that was the way he's been playing lately. That just makes me look foolish for even saying that because, but I have been saying this all along. You can see it in his expression that he wants it. He's fighting for it. You know what I mean? And I think that's just coming through right now. He's playing good. You notice he basically started a lot of those goals that were scored with the long pass from midfield.
Yeah.
And I noted that he's not getting in the box to have to make that final decision. He's from the midfield making longer passes, and he was, there were some beautiful through balls from him. So Iwobi's been playing great.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm going to ask you this question. What does that do with the way Aubameyang played, Mkhitaryan played, the way we attack? Do you think Lacazette he's done as far as the top, playing with the first 11?
This is kind of twofold for me because I want to include somebody that wasn't out there also, which is Jack. The two biggest names that weren't included in this very dominant performance was Jack and Lacazette.
Right.
And I have full confidence in both of those guys. So if injuries come up, or personally for me, like I want to see a rotation of Jack being played also. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be swept up in the fact that Ramsey had a hat trick, so now he gets every game for the rest of the season.
Right.
Come on. Jack has been performing excellent, and he needs to make sure that he's included.
Right.
So I think Jack, somehow needs to be rotated. Lacazette, if it's injury that he gets filled into the top team on Premier League Day, I don't have any qualms with that. That's okay.
Right.
But I also want to point out the importance of Europa League. Right now, we're still points back from fourth spot in league.
Right.
And it's a battle. I don't care what anybody says. We watched that Liverpool-Tottenham game.
Yeah.
It's madness against few of these teams. And Man City, you can include in that too. The attack is relentless. And these teams are just physical and fast. And we're going to have our hands full in any of those kind of games.
And they just lost to Burnley. So the league itself is just a beast.
It is.
So it's going to be tough to,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Europa League is a legitimate shot at getting back in Champions League, which is something I know is very important to Kroenke. They need to get back in there.
That's extra money.
If Europa League is the deal and Lacazette is the man that plays up top, I say he's probably as strong as any striker in Europa League that's left. So
because of the amount of games he's had for Europa League when he was with Lyon. So that's a good point.
He knows this competition.
Exactly.
And he's a professional, and in a very weird way, he can even be a hold-up striker. So, I don't know if there's any point when, he wants to experiment at all, because Aubameyang seems to be the kind of guy that really could play off of another striker.
Yeah.
He's just an opportunist and will.
What do you think about Lacazette playing over Iwobi?
I feel like it's only fair to rotate him. That would be okay.
Yeah.
And I do believe Lacazette could play out wide if you wanted him to.
Definitely.
His touch is really nice, and his ability to keep the ball and pick out a pass is very nice. He could play out wide. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, he's done it before. So, who knows? You never know with some of those French dudes, he might start pouting or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tweeting shit. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully he keeps his head to the ground.
Sure.
Head to the ground. What
head to the grindstone?
Something like that. and does what Monreal did to Gibbs, where he just took his shit. You know what I mean? Like he took Gibbs' spot.
Yeah.
Because Wenger didn't want to play Monreal look at me. He didn't want to play Monreal for a long time. He kept giving Gibbs chances.
Yeah.
But Monreal took his shit.
He really did. He really did just take his position,
He's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Anyway.
Jeez. All the things we talked about, and we didn't even talk about Monreal, who
almost scored again.
Almost right to just spark the team and start the whole thing. He was the one who actually had the best shot on goal right away.
Yeah.
And it was a nice deflection that actually kept him from putting it in.
Yeah.
It was on target. But one of the things I want to say about Iwobi too, is, whether it's the case or not, but one of the things we've pointed out in the past, for Bellerin, with no competition at that position, Bellerin doesn't always seem to play with a passion.
Right.
Iwobi,
that's what you can see.
I'm going to at least give him that. He's playing with as much passion as anybody on the pitch. He's focused. And I also want to put my idea out into the biosphere, okay?
Okay.
Because you have this dream of at some point, I feel like it would be like a Carabao Cup or something. Mm-hmm. But to watch Ramsey play striker.
He's a lone striker.
Like, I mean, the guy's runs are so smart. He deserves a shot at striker, like, at least once,
With Ozil as a 10? Yeah.
Iwobi is he's growing into such a beast of a man with his offensive talents and where his ability to shield other people off, keep the ball and move the ball ahead, which we saw him do with some long passes. Mm-hmm. I see a CDM in the making. And if Wenger wants to do something this offseason to figure out, like, hey, I got a lot of attackers, but CDMs are an issue.
Right.
Like, I would not hesitate to at least give it a go. Okay. Give it a go and just see, because the kid is young, he's fast, he's strong, he has an offensive mind as far as looking for runners and attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I feel you. I feel you.
Like in the same idea of what was that dude that played for what was the Cameroonian dude, or was he Nigerian for Man City for quite a while there? Big, broad-shouldered.
Bone?
Huh?
Bone?
No, played CDM, big, broad-shouldered. Mikel?
Oh, yeah, John Obi Mikel.
John Obi Mikel.
Chelsea, yeah.
What, like, if Iwobi's, like, probably as strong or big as him.
Yeah.
But faster. And
yeah,
probably could, like, pass better and be better with the ball at his feet. And
he made a couple tackles in that game last week too.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm done ranting on that, but I just wanted to throw that out to anybody. If you guys think I'm on to anything, or if I'm just barking up the wrong tree, man, write me at Gooner Rush, or you can write at E Marshall. And just tell me, hey, I'm a silly son of a bitch.
Drop us an email, citmpodcast@gmail.com.
Boom.
Get at me.
So that wraps up basically as a quick wrap up. Ramsey, a hat trick. Mkhitaryan, 3 assists. Aubameyang gets a goal in his debut. Koscielny puts a goal in off of a nice header by Mustafi, who I thought defensively had a rough, but he did deliver a nice header on a cross from, I think it was a corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on a corner that Koscielny mopped up. So 5-1, great victory. Your man of the match, E.
To me, the man of the match had to be Ramsey. I'm going to give it to Ramsey for the 3 goals, 3 tremendous goals. He was all over the place.
The passion.
Yeah. Just Ramsey being quintessential Ramsey right there.
Yeah.
Just all over the place, scoring goals.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, that's my guy.
So I gave out my man of the match in my post-game video at Gooner Rush, but I'll say it again because I still feel the same. Mkhitaryan. Not that 3 assists are better than 3 goals or nothing like that, but kind of like his home debut in front of an audience and actually the entire Premier League that wanted to know, like, what kind of talent does this guy have?
He made Jose Mourinho look like a dumbass once again.
Jose Mourinho just didn't like him.
It was personal.
And had everybody convinced that maybe he's not even a good player anymore.
Right.
And you could clearly see nothing but class and talent out there from that guy. So I'm giving it to Mkhitaryan.
That's not
your grade on Wenger.
Wenger gets an A because he didn't fuck around. He played them both.
Yeah.
Put them out there. A rumor had it Aubameyang might not play, but he just went ahead and played everybody. The team was prepared, ready to go. That first half, we looked awesome. So
Yeah.
I got to give credit to the old man.
Yeah.
You know, he was happy, you know, a little cloud of smoke.
In a very, in a very unlike Wenger way. Yeah. Like you were saying, he played Aubameyang like 2-3 days after he signed him.
Right.
That is not like Wenger. Come on.
He usually does some fucking Jedi mind trick shit. Where
normally it would be like early March before Aubameyang got a start, you know, because, he must adjust. He must adjust to the league.
Right.
And the grass is a little too long right now.
I don't like his haircut. I do not like his hair right now. He will need to trim it. Stop.
Like I was saying in the beginning of the podcast, good day to be a Gooner. I wanted to give one shout out. Okay. Her name is Faux Shizzle, and it's at Kiss My Arsenal is her name. And she tweeted out before the game, Arsenal wins 5-1. The only thing she got wrong was that Theo was going to score the only goal that Everton had. But she actually tweeted the whole thing, and there's proof because I made a comment about her post before the game started, and I wanted to give it out to a modern day Nostradamus.
She did it.
Faux Shizzle called the game. And I will link you a little shout out, Faux Shizzle, because I was very impressed.
How do you know it's a girl?
Maybe it's not, you know, but there is a hot picture of somebody, and if it's a dude trolling the world, that's wrong. That's wrong. Not in this day. Hashtag. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Me. ...
Oh, wow.
So anyway, hey, what's our next fixture, E?
North London Derby.
North London Derby. Tottenham just got a lucky draw against Liverpool. Liverpool with Mo Salah, probably the most dynamic striker in the league this year. I don't care what they say about Harry Kane. Mo Salah, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they say when he runs by. Wow.
And Harry Kane with the dive in the box. Oh, Harry, you're English. You don't do that.
English players don't dive, mate.
So anyway, North London Derby coming up. And you know this is it, boys. This is, boys and girls, this is what it's all about.
Right. Should be tremendous. Hopefully, you know, it's probably going to be, that'll probably be an early game.
I'd imagine, but you know what? Hey, fans, I know you're Arsenal fans, so you're going to know when the game is, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
Hey, we're going to give you another podcast Mondays. We always do it. We want to thank you all for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Lisbon, whatever. Just Google it or go to wherever you get your favorite podcast because you'll find us. Episode 68 now. We love doing this, and we're glad that people are interacting with us. Shout out to all our favorite buddies out there. We're not going to name you today, but you know what? Much love. E, is there anything you'd like to leave the listeners with?
Thanks for all the support. Thanks for listening. And thanks for the emails. That was tremendous.
Yeah.
I know I talk a lot of shit, you know, about how, you know, y'all scared to participate, but, you know, way to come through.
Right on. And E, what's your Twitter handle?
I'm at E Marshall, EMARSHO.
And I'm Fitty at Gooner Rush on Twitter, iTunes, SoundCloud. And hey, man, anything you can do, but man, share it with your friends and give us a rate and a review, please. Search Caught in Two Minds. Hashtag One Love. Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITMPodcast, at Gooner Rush, and at eMarshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.
STATX. All right, get that on Twitter. That's our homie, man. You know you love this music.
Nobody was taking a piss. That was Fitty pouring coffee. So.